Welcome back to the Commercial Real Estate Show. I'm Michael Bull. Thanks for being with us. Today we're talking about retail and retail real estate. And just so happens, we have the retail and retail real estate event of the year coming up soon. It's RECon 15, the ICSC, International Council of Shopping Centers, big conference in Las Vegas. It starts on Sunday, May 17th and runs through Wednesday, May 20th. My next guest is Jesse Tron. Jesse is Director of Communications with ICSC. We'll find out who should go and why, what's new and what's hot at RECon, and we'll talk about some success for a successful conference for attendees. Please welcome Jesse Tron. Jesse, thanks for joining us via Skype today.
Thanks for having me, Michael. I appreciate it.
Well, we sure appreciate it. And Jesse, this is the event for retail real estate and also for retailers that are interested in anything real estate. Who should attend this conference and who does?
Yeah, so absolutely. So this is the largest event of the year within the industry, within the retail real estate industry. And we have everybody that's involved in that side of the business. So from the owner developers, of course, are the predominant ones, retailers themselves, leasing specialists, marketing specialists, legal professionals, basically everyone that runs the gamut there, including public sector. So you have mayors and you have other people from economic development boards that come out and find new retail opportunities for their communities.
Right, it's a huge event. I've been going for several years. I'll be there this year. I'll be conducting interviews, video interviews, Monday and Tuesday, and I'll be there for the entire conference. I'm really looking forward to it. So, how big is this event, Jesse? Just how many people and exhibitors, and how big is the conference center?
Yeah, so last year we had about 32,500 people come out. We're running ahead of that this year. We expect to have over 33,000. Maybe up to 34 if things really track well. We have over 1,000 exhibitors on par again with last year, and we encompass over 1 million square feet of show space within the Las Vegas Convention Center. So from a pure square footage standpoint, we're one of the larger shows out there.
So what you're saying with 1 million square feet is I shouldn't wear my high heels, huh?
No, wear comfortable shoes. That's one of the things we always tell people. You forget just how long of a walk it is if you're going from the South Hall all the way to the North Hall. And this year, actually, all of our educational sessions, which we'll get into, I'm sure, are all in the Westgate Hotel. So that's on the other side of the North Hall. So if you're going from a meeting in the South Hall to the Westgate Hotel, make sure you have your sneakers on because that's a long walk. We do offer a golf cart service around the back too as well, so take advantage of that.
Oh God, that's great. And if my mom's listening, Mom, I'm not trying to tell you anything. I don't really wear high heels. Oh, Jesse, another
judgments, Mike.
Right, Jesse. Another thing that I found interesting and surprising, I think, the first time I went to RECon many years ago, is just how much business gets done there. What is the perception? What are people doing there? I think the perception to me is that, hey, people are networking and giving out trinkets, but business really gets done, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, one networking is huge. So that's a very, very important component of this entire show. But we estimate that about 50% of all industry transactions, industry deals, are either conceived of or consummated at RECon, which means either the conversation starts at RECon or it finishes at RECon. And sometimes it's the one in the middle that carries it along. But yeah, it's almost 50% of industry transactions have some connection to RECon. So it is a highly, highly business-centric show. It's one of the reasons that we also say, plan ahead, get on people's calendars yesterday, because this is an appointment-driven show. People's calendars fill up every single hour they have a meeting. Tons and tons of deals happening at RECon.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Everyone's busy and everyone's doing transactions. You see tenants looking at site plans, picking out where they're going to go. You see documents being signed. I mean, it's a great event to attend. And what about some of the speakers that you're going to have this year?
Yeah, we have a really nice lineup, I think. We're going to kick things off, pun intended, with Peyton Manning. Is going to be our opening keynote session there on Sunday. And then we have a really nice lineup. We have Stephen Larson, who's with Old Navy. We have Michael Francis with DreamWorks. We have Rourke Denver, who's a former Navy SEAL. He's just going to talk a little bit about business best practices and how to really, be at your best under fire, things of that nature. So really an exciting lineup. And then Technology Tuesday is the Tuesday of the show, and we have Eric Qualman, who's really at the top in terms of respected individuals in social media. So really exciting keynote lineup.
Yeah, that's fantastic, and there are a lot of opportunities to learn while you're at ICSC RECon 15. And when we get back, we're going to talk about some of the learning opportunities. We're going to talk about some of the entertainment. We're talking about what's new and what's popular, and finally, we're going to talk about some tips to get the most out of the conference. So stay tuned. I'm Michael Bull. This is the Commercial Real Estate Show. We'll be right back. The Commercial Real Estate Show is brought to you in part by your friends at Bull Realty. When your business requires proven performance, visit bullrealty.com or call 800-408-BULL. Welcome back to the Commercial Real Estate Show. I'm Michael Bull. Thanks for being with us. Today we're talking about ICSC RECon 15 with Jesse Tron, Director of Communications. And Jesse, one of the things that I think are maybe missed by some of the attendees are all the learning opportunities there. Tell us about some of the education available during the event.
Yeah, I'm really glad you brought that up. This year, it's brand new. It's just education only on Sunday, which is a really sort of unique concept. So, absolutely come out, take advantage of that on Sunday. We had something called RECon Academy that we used to offer for an additional fee. We've taken away that fee. So now the RECon Academy courses are throughout the show as well, but those are free for anyone with a full conference badge. And those sessions lead to industry certification. So a really, really good way of getting some of those credits that you need to become industry certified. So educational day on Sunday. Make sure you check out all of those sessions, including our Envision 2020, which is going to be a really important session, and our keynote, Peyton Manning. Check that out on Sunday. And then, education throughout the show. It's really an integral part of the entire convention experience. And the Education Sunday, I think that's a great idea because it seems like, Monday and Tuesday and Wednesdays are great days for meetings, and sometimes Sunday's a good day for some other things, in my opinion. So that Education Sunday, is that included in the price of admission? It absolutely is. Okay. For any full conference participant, and it's non-compete. So the show floors are not open. So, you don't have to worry about missing meetings out on the show floor or anything like that. It's Professional Development Day is what the official name of it is, but it's education only on Sunday, non-compete. I think it's really going to be a fantastic lineup of courses, not to be missed. Yeah, I don't think that should be missed either, and I like how you're doing that. I think that's a great change, and some of the classes that you have there are fantastic. Like market feasibility and analysis is one of them. Omni-channel presence and personalization. I mean, the omni-channel marketing for retailers is really crucial. And driving revenue from social media is at 11 o'clock Sunday. So there's some fantastic classes that I'm going to try to attend and be there. And what about entertainment, Jesse? It's Vegas, right? It's showtime, huh? Yeah, sure. That we referenced it in the last segment, but networking, hugely important component to the show. So, I mean, deals are obviously omnipresent, but so is networking. Mm-hmm. And networking happens on the show floor at educational sessions, but then well into the evening at some of the cocktail receptions, at dinner, things like that. People are constantly networking and doing business during this show. Our opening reception is, of course, on Sunday. It's at the Wynn. I encourage everyone to come out, full conference participants. Again, you get in for free, so make sure you come check that out. And then there are plenty of other parties throughout the week that are sponsored by different exhibitors and things like that for you to absolutely take advantage of as well. Yeah, well said. It seems like it starts early and it's busy all day and ends late, and it's all business and fun mixed in. So, Jesse, what's real popular at RECon in the past and in 15? What does everyone want to try to get in and try to do while they're there? Yeah, well, I mean, obviously the deal making, that's the most popular component. You can see that every year with the lineup, the crowd of people that swarm the entrance when we open the show floors. It's pretty remarkable, and just how busy those show floors are. So make sure that you're taking advantage and booking your meetings early. But we really think that the keynote sessions this year are going to be popular. We really think education is going to be popular. And then we're integrating a lot of technology into RECon this year, which I'm really excited about. And so we think that those components have a real chance to be popular as well. I'm actually hosting live streaming sessions, so we're going to be interviewing some CEOs and different people in the technology field that are related to this industry. We're going to be live streaming those to our YouTube channel. They'll be available there after the show as well. But if you have some time, check those out. Our social media team is going to be all over the show floor, canvassing everything from educational to networking and deal making and booths. So is our editorial team, SCT. So we're going to build a ton of content this year, which I think is going to be hugely popular, because people are in their booths, they're making deals, they have meetings, they don't always get to take advantage of all of the sessions, all of the keynoters, and everything else that RECon has to offer. It's a huge show, so you can't do everything, but we are going to cover it for you this year, and you're going to cover it for us, which we really appreciate. You do a phenomenal job. Check out Michael's, obviously, video interviews from the show, but we are also going to make an increased effort to cover it in ways live blogging, things like that you haven't seen before. So check that out on the RECon website, on our social media at ICSC, our YouTube channel, and make sure you're interacting with us. Use hashtag RECon15.
So RECon15 is the hashtag to use on Twitter and other social media?
LinkedIn, Facebook, you name it, absolutely. Twitter is usually our most popular avenue. It is a quick messaging, obviously information platform. A lot of people use Twitter, but RECon15 on Instagram as well. We want to see how your RECon is going visually. So don't just tell us about it, show us.
Yeah, and as much as retail is changing and transforming, you guys at ICSC have kind of changed with it, including the omni-channel, including the social media. What else is new for RECon15 this year?
Yeah, I think I love the omni-channel concept. So that we are going to be talking about that heavily, both in sessions and also in the live streaming that I'm doing. A lot of our panelists, a lot of our guests are going to be talking about technology. So technology is new. So that's the real big push this year at RECon. We're using beacon technology at RECon this year. It's part of our social media team's progress. They're going to be placing beacons around. So one, it's going to help attendees, but two, it's going to show you just how you could take advantage of beacon technology in your own retail spaces. So that's incredibly important. So we are trying to progress from a technological standpoint. Our new chairman coming in is very interested in technology. That's Stephen Lebowitz. He's the chairman, and he is also the CEO of CBL. So he's very interested in technology. We're going to talk to him on the live stream. So I think that theme is going to really run through. That's going to be what's new at RECon. It's just how to get your hands and your arms around all of this technology, how to use it to the best of your ability, and to really impact your properties, your retailers, and your consumers.
That's fantastic. I want to hear more about the beacon technology, and I want to hear about, and our audience wants to hear about beacon technology and about some tips and strategies to have a great, successful conference. So stay tuned. We'll have more from Jesse Tron with ICSC. I'm Michael Bull. This is the Commercial Real Estate Show. We'll be right back. The Commercial Real Estate Show is brought to you in part by RealNex, providing a comprehensive suite of powerful commercial real estate tools at an incredibly low cost. Visit realnex.com. That's REALNEX. Welcome back. I'm Michael Bull, and this is the Commercial Real Estate Show. Today we're talking retail and retail real estate with Jesse Tron with ICSC. And Jesse, before the break, you were talking about beacon technology. Tell our listeners about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're doing at RECon is we're positioning beacons, which basically are devices about this small all around the convention. When you have our app, those beacons will then talk to you when you come into a certain proximity. We set that proximity. And they will deliver a message that we want to send to you. So it'll be some sort of message like, hey, check out my live stream interview that's coming up in the next 10 minutes, or this session is starting, in the next 10 minutes, something along those lines. But to get it into a retail context, think about the last time you went to Starbucks. Basically, with beacon technology, Starbucks could have a beacon in their store. When you pull into the parking lot, if you have a list of preferences that you've set in the app, they could begin to make your drink before you ever actually get into the store. Then they can hand you your drink, and actually through point of sale technology, through the beacon, actually you never need to take your phone out of your pocket. It'll just deduct right from the app that you already normally would scan to pay for. So it becomes a much more seamless transaction. So that's just one application. Obviously it has far more reaching effects in the retail and the physical world, but basically it's going to enhance consumer convenience, but also customer experience and customer engagement from the part of retailers and landlords alike. So it's a really kind of exciting technology, and we're going to be experimenting with it at RECon. So make sure you download the ICSC app from the App Store, and you'll also be experimenting with beacon technology at RECon this year.
That's fantastic. The future of retail is here, isn't it? Now, when I go by the Starbucks booth and it picks up the drink I want, are they going to serve me Captain and Coke?
I don't think so, and I don't know that Starbucks is going to have the beacons at the show, but we'll have the beacons at the show. So it'll be more ICSC related information this time, but coming soon to probably a Starbucks near you. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, Jesse, before you go, if you will, give us some tips for attendees to get the most out of this conference, because if you're not prepared, you don't do the right things, there's a lot going on, isn't there? What are some tips for attendees?
Yeah, well, absolutely. My number one tip that we discussed earlier is set your appointments ahead of time. This is an appointment-driven show, so it's very difficult sometimes with certain people to just walk up to a booth and get an appointment. So make sure you set your appointments ahead of time. Leave some time, however, to walk the trade show floors. So that's the Marketplace Mall and the Spree Show, which is new this year, which we didn't touch on. But Spree, specialty retail, so everybody involved in that sector of the industry is now on the show floor as well, another 100 exhibitors. So make sure you check out both Marketplace Mall and the Spree Show. And then the other tips that sound almost silly but are hugely important: drink tons of water. It's a desert. You will be dehydrated after getting off the plane. And then also chapstick, things like that. Again, you will be dehydrated. Wear comfortable shoes. Again, it's a huge show floor, 1 million square feet. Make sure that you do all of those things. They sound silly, but you must do them. And you also want to utilize the tools, don't you? Like the app's going to make it more convenient this year, isn't it? Oh, thank you for bringing that up, because it totally slipped my mind. But in addition to the beacon technology in the app this year, we integrated wayfinding into the app. So if you download the app and you look at the show floor, you can actually get point-to-point directions. So if you are in the South Hall and you need to find a specific booth in Marketplace Mall, it'll give you point-to-point directions and step-by-step and list it out. I mean, totally so much more convenient than in years past. All you need to do is carry your phone. The app has all of the information on the sessions. It has all of the information on point-to-point directions and the show floor. So absolutely, the app is a important tool. Thank you. And thank you for doing that. That will be very helpful to me. And Jesse, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you joining us via Skype. Michael, thanks so much for having me. And for more information, visit ICSC.org. You'll see a link there to the conference. Until next week, be sure that you always lead, learn, and laugh, and join us for the Commercial Real Estate Show. The Commercial Real Estate Show is brought to you by Bull Realty Commercial Advisors, a great place to do business. Visit bullrealty.com. RealNex, a comprehensive and powerful suite of commercial real estate tools at an incredibly low price. Visit realnex.com. That's REALNEX. Xceligent, the resource professionals use for commercial real estate information. Visit xceligent.com. That's XCELIGENT. Commercial Search, the source to market and source available properties for sale or lease. Visit commercialsearch.com. For more information on these great companies, or for additional videos, podcasts, or articles, visit CREshow.com.